Hey, it's YoBo. Welcome back to my kitchen for more of healthy eating the soulful way. But what I'm getting ready to do right now ain't nothing healthy about it. I'm making some greens, and I made those the healthy way. If you look at the breakfast video, you'll saw I used the cabbage juice from yesterday, and all I did was save my juice. Because you know what? It has a lot of seasoning still in it. I just dumped 2 bags of greens in here one at a time. And then I put in my smoked turkey. You can use ham hock, smoked turkey, bacon, whatever you want to use. My son-in-law has those smoked for me. And I just let them cook. They've been cooking for several hours. Just put them on, go do something else. Watch a movie, take a nap, just let your greens cook. Don't worry about them. Okay, so now we're back in the kitchen. My measuring cup is dirty. I'm going to show you how to make some good old hot water cornbread. So what I do, I'm going to use maybe a cup of Jiffy Mix. This is a 16-ounce container, so this is about 8 ounces here. So I'm going to start with just about a cup of Jiffy Mix. And then I'm going to use a half cup of flour. Just throw that in there. And then I'm going to add a half cup of cornmeal. I do have some homemade cornbread in the freezer, but I don't want that today. I made some and we ate a little. The good thing about this, you can eat some and then save it. Save it for later. Okay, I'm going to throw that in there. Done with these right here. Remember, clean as you go. You'll never have a mess. Okay, I'm boiling hot water. My hot water is over here on the stove. It's ready. And I also have my oil. Honey, we gonna make us some hot water cornbread. But let me tell you what I do. I put an egg in mine because egg makes it nice and fluffy. And if you really want to be country style, ooh, you chop up some onion, throw it in here. Now that's some good eating. Okay, let me tell you why I'm adding this egg first. Sometimes I make the mistake and I put my water in and then add my egg and it gets too runny. I'm not using any measurements other than you're using whatever your measurements are. Use your Jiffy, however much Jiffy you use. Then use half that amount of cornmeal and half that amount of flour. But now, I'm going to pour a little water in here. Don't want to put too much water. I'm going to stir it because I'm going to have to roll this into little balls and drop it. See the way it looks? I need a little bit more water. Just add a little bit at a time. If you want, you can pour your water in a cup and then measure it. See how much you use. See how much you have left at the end. Then you know how much you use. But when you are just a good old country cooker, you don't measure anything. That's how I learned how to make gumbo with my mother-in-law. I had to watch her. She would pinch off a little bit. I'd say, wait a minute. I'd have her throw it in a bowl. And when she throw it in a bowl, then I'd have my little measuring cup there, and I'd measure it to see just how much she had. Okay, look at that. You can let it sit a little while if you want, or you can just drop it by spoon right here in this hot oil. You don't want it to get too hot because it'll burn. Whew. Ordinarily, if this were a little bit firmer, I would roll it by hands. Let me show you. Let me do that. If you want to pat it out by hand, okay, I have to make it a little bit stiffer to pat it out by hand. There's only one way this is going to work when you pat it out by hand. You have to use cold water. Cold water only. Put your hands in the cold water. Get you a little bit. You can put it in your hands and then pat it out. But you got to use the cold water, otherwise it's going to stick. Okay? Just do it like that. But now when you're dropping it in the grease, some of this water on your hands could fall in the oil. And see, that's not going to be too cool. So instead, you know we don't have any business eating this. But honey, my cousin's coming over for dinner, so she gonna eat some with us. Otherwise, you just take some, but just by the spoon. Just drop it in there. Look at that. That's the country way right there. Ooh-wee. You can't eat like this every day. If you do, you're going to be on diabetes medicine. You're going to be on blood pressure medicine. This is the kind of stuff you eat just for a treat. If you're younger, you can do it. But just keep in mind, it's going to catch up with you. Okay. As they begin to get done, they're going to rise. This one, see the way it's floating? Can you see? Now I'm going to flip it. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Y'all see how easy that was? Totally easy. These, with some of those greens right there, ooh, Jesus. Okay, while that's frying, what you want to do, oh babe, can you get a picture of the cakes? These are the cakes I made earlier. Thank you, babe. I'm taking advantage of him. Okay, that's the coconut cake and that's the lemon cake. That lemon cake is staying here. And plus I have company. I got somebody going to help me eat that too. All right. As they begin to rise, as this one did, then I can begin to just flip them. These are perfect. It's rare that they come out perfect. If your grease is too hot, you put them in there and you see they're browning too fast, then just turn your fire down a bit. But oh wow, these are just absolutely perfect. Next, oh, I want to get ready. You can keep the camera on that, babe. I'm going to get ready to drain these. All we need is a bowl in which to put them. Putting my towel at the bottom.
So where's your sign that the hot water cornbread is ready to come
That
out?
they're ready?
How do you know the inside is done?
Well, what you do, you want to make sure the inside is done. That's a good question. I always tell Frank, I got to teach him how to cook so when I'm gone, he'll know how to cook. Okay, look, you just take it. You don't want to take them all out and then discover that they're not ready. This one went in first. Woo! Shit. Oh, sorry about that. Woo! I burned my foot. Sorry, y'all. Oops. Y'all would have said it too. Okay, I did it the wrong place. Let's decide. Let me come over here and do it. Oops. Okay. That's the sign that it's ready. Now keep in mind, it fell into the grease. But that's ready. Can you see? Okay. Now we want to, did I get you, babe, too?
No, okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, y'all. Oops, I said a cuss word. One time we were in church, and a mouse, the girl was up in the choir stand, we in Bible study, and a mouse ran, this was years ago, and she slipped up and said S-H-I-T, right in the middle of Bible study. Woo, we hollered. She didn't think it was very funny. Oh, one more thing. I mean, her mama didn't think it was funny. If you like a sweet cornbread, you can add more sugar, but I use Jiffy. And Jiffy is sweet already, so I don't add anything extra to it. Now we're going to make another batch. I'm going to drop it by spoonful. Right into there. Ooh-wee. Frank is down 7 pounds. I'm down 4.2 pounds. I don't know if we'll be able to say that on tomorrow. But I told you all on the breakfast video that we're purposely adding more carbs to our diet just till he gets past his, well, for him. I'm doing it for him. Once he goes in the hospital, I'm going to continue eating the stuff, eating healthy, low carbs, no carbs. But I don't want him trying to get out the bed right after surgery and trekking into the bathroom 10 times a day. Well, while those are cooking, I mean, that grease popped right on my foot. Okay, let me show you. Look, babe. Look at these. These are going to be light and fluffy. I'm taking some to my neighbor. And then my cousin Alpha is coming over to get some greens. Let me taste a little bit. Tastes good too. My cousin Alpha is going to be coming over. That's the one that fell in the grease, babe. I don't want you to have that one. That one too. I'll give that one to the birds. Let me open up another one. Look at there. See? Wait, hold on a minute. Let me get my taste tester. Can I get a picture of you tasting it, babe? You gonna taste it?
Too hot right now.
Oh. Okay.
I'll do it later.
Uh-oh. While I turn my back, the longer you have this oil on the fire, the hotter it's gonna get. This batch is cooking faster. Ooh. Isn't that a pretty, oh, this is a pretty golden brown. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Gotta turn it down a little bit. I'm done with this hot water.
I already turned it off.
Man, don't want to turn it off. Look, I burned my arm. Can you see my arm? It's red right there.
Yep.
I really burned myself.
See the grease on it.
Careful. Be careful when you're doing things over grease. When your kids are in the kitchen playing, don't play in the kitchen. Always turn your handle inside if you have kids running around. See how quickly accidents can happen? Keep your handle on that side. Okay, let's go back to earlier. I showed you all the yams. Find the, what do we do with the yams? Find the yam recipe. Collard greens and yams. Wait, don't let me forget to turn off my oven. How do you know when these are ready? Can you see? Look right there. I've been sticking a fork in them. Can you see the pricks? Well, I just want to stick it with the fork. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Just take it out of here. Put it on the plate. Okay, look over here. Remember I told you it was going to make its own syrup? There it is. Oh, let me wash this knife. Just open it. This right here is healthy eating. Isn't that beautiful? Woo-wee. A week ago, I would have piled it with butter. What I did, you may remember, I coated it in butter. And even on the inside, it's going to have a buttery taste to it. So now I'm going to take some of this Smart Balance. Just put that on the inside. Makes you think it's butter. These are almost ready because they're not sizzling as much. Let me check them. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you, babe. These are ready. You can stand them and just let them drain. Oh my God, nothing pretty about them, but these are so delicious. Okay, thank you, babe, for remembering to turn off the oven. I'm going to take this plate to my neighbor. Which one should I give her, babe? Should I give her the brown one or should I give her the pretty yellow one? I'll give her one of each. She don't need this. She was fussing, and she was saying that since I became her neighbor, that her pressure is up high. Okay, remember this chicken with what? How much time do we have, babe?
How much time did you want?
Where are we now?
13 and a half.
We're 13 and a half? Okay. Remember this chicken we did yesterday? Just going to slice. And these potatoes, that's the back. Let's flip it. Check this out. I'm just going to slice some of this chicken. There's so many things we can do with this. And I'm going to put it on her plate. And don't you wish you were my neighbor? She's actually 88 years young. Put that there. I don't like my food runny. So I am going to put her greens in a separate container. That way we don't have green juice running. Look at this meat falling all the way off the bone. Well, y'all, thank you for coming, joining me for another edition of Healthy Cooking the Soulful Way. These greens are healthy. We removed the fat. These yams are healthy. We coated them with butter and with brown sugar and vanilla. You got to do it that way. You're really going to